You're watching Suckprofessor. Hello, everybody. It's me, Hank. I'm joined by
James.
James. We're talking Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 6. What's it called?
This one is called Swear.
Swear. Wow, Swear. Great title. So we're going to burn through this one pretty fast. This won't be as long as our others, hopefully. Although knowing James and myself, we tend to go pretty long. We are getting caught up, and because we fucked up, we didn't get these done during the season. But hey, we're trying to do it here. It's late. We're working hard, and we are in love with this show. It has really turned into one of the best seasons of any TV show I've ever seen in my life. How about you, James?
No.
How dare you?
This is like the last
dare
season
you.
of Lost for me.
Already? Wow, that's pretty dry. This is like the last season of St. Elmo's Fire for me. Okay, so anyway, let's get to it. Here we go. We open on a sun. It's a beach. It's a fucking old wood or something, and then there's a
sun on a beach.
Sun on a beach.
Son of a beach.
It's son of a beach. So then there's a gross beach monster living in a pit of ooze or something. This is the Toxic Avenger's girlfriend. And what do you think? Do you think like little frogs like come up and like sip and then jump in her mouth? Or something? Is it a she? I get a she vibe off this.
It's kind of hard to tell.
Hard to tell. Yeah, zombies sort of once they turn into just weird, saggy, gross bones and skin, it doesn't really fucking matter at that point, I guess. And we got a living human. She's it's the feral child from Mad Max, the kid with the boomerang boy. And no, this is a little girl. She's got a stick, and she's all happy, and she stabs the zombie.
She's actually proud that she stabbed the zombie and went through the head in one try. It didn't take her two, so she's done this before. She enjoys doing it.
She's a little too gleeful about the whole thing. But the joys of youth, huh? I used to be like this with marshmallows. But real quick note, though, for people watching, we don't have nearly as many screenshots as normal. We only have 200 something. Yeah. We still have a lot.
We're trying to get caught up.
But we don't have a ton per scene, I guess, as I'm saying. So what does she find?
It's a good screenshot right there. We're at 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
What's wrong with that? That's fine. It's
got the overlay.
Sure, but I'm not saying I agree, but people aren't going to hate us for this.
Oh,
so anyway, what's her name?
No, this is the United States of Terra.
Is her name Tara?
It is Tara.
Okay, cool. So Tara is washed up on the beach. She's fucking out of it. She's all wet and salty and whatever. And
yeah, and she would have died if it wasn't for those flotation devices.
She's got a couple of buoys that kept her alive. And this chick drags her off. She's with the little girl. This girl here.
This is Cindy.
Cindy. We'll see lots more of Cindy in this episode. And so there's another. Oh look, there's some names. Sydney Park, Mimi Kirkland. This is Amazon, man. Amazon does this. It switches for every single person. I mean, scene, I should say. So Alana Masterson, Tara Chambler. All right.
I did not know that.
Must be named after our favorite actor, Chandler Bing. And then cut to this is a flashback though. This is what's his name now? Heath.
So this is Heath and Tara flashing back to when they were going out scavenging. And the important thing to keep in mind is that they've been gone from Alexandria for quite a while.
Right.
They are not aware that the Saviors rolled in. They are not aware of her girlfriend Denise being killed. They're not aware of Glenn and Abraham.
The doctor.
Yes.
Yeah. The blonde lady.
They were a couple.
Yeah.
So she's not aware of a lot of stuff. The last thing she really knows is them raiding the outpost, the satellite station, and as far as she knows, they killed the Saviors.
Yeah. They won that war.
Yes.
Little did she know it was merely the opening battle in an upcoming war. And so this is the gun they took from that fight, right? It's got a wiener drawn on it.
This is kind of harking back to that because Negan's weapons have the insignia of Lucille scratched into them, so you know that came from the outpost.
Yeah, and it's a penis with a barbed wire wrapped around.
Yeah, I mean baseball bats usually taper upwards. It's kind of a porous.
It's an oddly shaped baseball bat and an oddly shaped ding dong. But you know what? It's artistic. But okay, enough with the fucking gutter humor. Okay, James, would you cut it out? All right, be an adult for the first time ever. But yeah, it's Negan's. That's Lucille the bat.
So they're looking for the nearest Carl Juniors because they're really hungry.
Yeah, and but this kind of gives an indication this is the ocean. Yeah, that's the Chesapeake.
Yeah,
is this Virginia?
Cool. Yeah, I mean,
you grew up somewhere around here?
Yeah, I grew up on Chesapeake.
Can you see your town?
No, I cannot.
Yeah. You can't because it's covered in a cloud of squirrels are fighting.
Yeah,
big
but this is a
billow.
very familiar chunk of map for me.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm outside. I'm from outside Chicago, so if this was Illinois, I would be all about it. But it's not. So then there's a clock for some reason. I don't know what the fuck. There's a clock. And this is back on the beach. This is fuck. What's her name? Tara.
Yes.
Tara's waking up, and of course she has a tattoo of all of her favorite Super Bowls. So that's what the 26. 13, 12, and 9, and I'm going to guess 40.
Did you say 12?
12? Which one's 12?
I don't
Oh, 22.
Yeah, 22.
Sorry. These are also her favorite X-Men movies. Starring, let's not push it. The girl finds her. We didn't do a good job with the screenshots because we had
just how she's suntanned.
Well, okay, just to explain why it's like this. Normally, we play the show, we watch it, we press the button, so there's never any overlay.
When you move the mouse to a certain part of the screen, it brings up the overlay or the X-ray, which is what Amazon uses. So it gives you a little bit of cast information.
Well, X-ray is what it's called.
Yes, it's called X-ray.
Oh, right there. I was like, wow, James really knows Hollywood. Okay, so they drag her at least into a shaded spot. I guess that's nice.
Yeah.
Big old hunk of wood there.
It was actually a group of fiddler crabs that moved her there.
Yes, really strong ones.
Yeah.
I love beach crabs. They're my favorite. They're these way better than the kind that you get when you go to the club and take too much drugs.
Oh, Lord.
One time after a comedy show, wow, boy, that was crazy. They're okay. So she gives her some food, a little water, some Costco water, some I don't know whatever brand that is, and then wrapped up something in there, which I assume is food.
Yeah, but the thing is that she also left her the spear there.
Oh, yeah, there's the spear.
The thing about this scene is that she leaves it there and then walks away, and then her eyes open. She was pretending to be asleep while this was going down, so she was still being defensive.
Okay. So she's kind of keeping, looking out for number one.
Yeah.
Or numero uno, right? Mm-hmm. And so, she looks around, she realizes it's safe, and of course she sits up and she finds it's food. Yay, all right, I'm rescued. Okay, great. But then she looks over, she sees the girl sneaking off, not sneaking, but leaving.
Yeah, she actually unwraps the thing and sees this it's a dried salted fish.
Salted
fish. Perch or something like that.
Just like our ancestors used to eat. Probably some sort of ocean fish.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't think perch or ocean.
Yeah.
James.
I don't know.
Come on, get it together.
My dad's a fisherman, so clearly I know nothing about fish.
Quit fucking around. And so she followed. You had something else you were gonna say about?
Well, it kind of shows that if that's the food that they're offering to her, that they probably live nearby and they get their sustenance from the ocean or from the Chesapeake Bay or from the water, basically.
Yeah, just like a video game. It's about resource gathering. So she followed her. The one lady goes this way, and then she comes.
She's a horrible tracker.
What do you mean horrible tracker?
She's just like bumbling through the forest, like 12 feet behind her.
Wearing a big blue shirt?
Yeah. I mean, the first thing she should do is take that shirt off, because that makes you stand out.
I don't know. Well, yeah, you're right. Blue's not the worst. She could be wearing bright orange.
Yeah, gray is a decent camouflage.
Gray's not bad.
No.
I would put leaves. I would jam a stick down my back and I'd look like Mel Gibson in Windwalkers or Talkers. I don't know.
Wind Talkers?
Wind Talkers.
That wasn't Mel Gibson. That was
whatever.
Kristen Slater and Nicolas Cage.
Same people. They're all the same guy. So there she's tracking her. She definitely isn't really quite the best, but she does track her back to the house where she their the little hut collective. What do you call that? Community.
Yes.
And but she's not safe. There's guards. There's people.
But do you know why that person doesn't see her?
Because she's got Frodo's cloak robe.
No, because that's a look out, not a look in. So, yeah.
Yes, James. Well done. Nicely done, my friend. And man, I didn't know we were going to get this many of these. So, anyway, she spots these evil woman under this tent. That's Cindy there, and that's actually the little girl there. But this little girl hammering away on something.
Yeah, it was like the first time she'd ever used a hammer.
So, yeah, well, look at it. She's holding it all the way up near the top. Come on, idiot. Grip it by the bottom. You get better angular momentum. Is that what they call that? Leverage or something? Or bigger, stronger swing. I'm a good hammer guy. Do you know that? I just fucking hit it hard and I follow through. The trick to the hammer is confidence. Confidence! And I'm a maniac. And all of a sudden they start running around like a bunch of ants, when you kick an ant hill and then they all just like freak out and stuff.
Yeah, and one thing that Tara's already noticed is that the only people she's seeing right now are women. Mm-hmm. No dudes around.
Not a single ding dong in the beach house. So but they got a giant arsenal. I mean, look at this place.
Yeah, they've got guns.
They got a big old stack of guns. And but they're all just arming up. Get it, girl, run, get it, girls, come on. And then so she runs off.
So she probably thinks they're just doing a drill.
I don't know.
We don't have a screenshot of this, but what happens is that she's standing next to a tree, a very tiny, thin tree,
Yeah.
and a bullet whizzes by and sticks in the tree.
Phew.
So they're arming themselves because they already are aware of her presence.
Yeah. It is like Meerkat Manor. Like they all just
Yeah.
like, oh, we gotta go fight a cobra, and so they, hey, 2 cobra references in 2 videos.
Yeah, and the hilarious thing is they all start shooting at her, and they waste probably like 300 rounds
Yeah.
shooting at this one girl. They're shooting shotguns, they're shooting rifles. It's pathetic.
It is sad. They miss a lot. That's right. That was so fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's like it's worse than Stormtroopers.
So she's running, and she gets the best of this one chick, right? She hits her, and then she says something. Yeah, shoot me, bitch.
She says, "Go ahead, do it.
Do it. Make my nostrils even bigger than they already are."
Instead, she butts her in the face.
She butts, whacks her. Just with that could probably kill a person too.
Yeah, that wouldn't be pleasant.
Oh, look, it's the Wicked Witch here. Oh
Yeah.
no, she's in the gap. I see that. Yeah. She didn't push her anyway. So then she turns and runs. She's got a shotgun. She's not in great shape. I don't mean like physically, but I'm just saying like things aren't looking real good here.
Yeah.
The whole
not in great shape.
the whole gang of women is very heavily armed, and they're after.
The thing I should mention though, back on the beach, what happened was this little girl was poking bodies, and they call them bobbers instead of walkers. That's their community term for them.
Another poorly written decision from season 7 of Walking Dead.
Yeah, so she was basically stabbing these things, and she was about to stab through Tara's head when Cindy yelled from afar, "No, stop, don't do it," because she recognized that Tara was still alive.
Right.
She was not a walker.
Yeah.
And the little girl basically fought with her. She said, "No, even if it's a living person, we have to do it. We kill everyone on sight who comes into our community." And she said, "No, we don't have to do that." But the little girl said, we do have to, and I want to.
Yeah.
So this little girl is a cold killer.
She's a maniac.
So let
me rephrase. She's a product of her environment.
Yes. So the last person that you want to run into in a situation like this is an armed little girl that looks like that.
She's got a taste for blood. I would have called the zombies Soggy Foot.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Another Soggy Foot's walking up the beach. Right, James? Better than bobbers.
Squishy boot?
Squishy boots. Here comes another soaker. Soaker's good. And a strong one could be called a super soaker.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're right. So this is trouble. We do not want to have to deal with this little maniac girl who wants to kill her and thinks it's okay. But you know what? Luckily, she decides not to kill her. And they surround her. Yeah. They've got huge guns.
The leader emerges.
Yeah, the leader comes by, and that's going to sound like I'm a negative Nancy, but shitty actress. Yeah. I didn't find her convincing or compelling at all.
I wasn't.
Not even in a doing a decent job kind of way.
But we should mention the whole reason the little girl didn't shoot is because Cindy jumped between them.
Yeah. Put your gun down.
So for the second time,
I'm the leader.
Yeah, Cindy saves Tara for numero deux.
Oh, this is Cindy. Yeah. And that's Dwight. Dwight's dressed up as a lady, trying to be tough and cool. They've got these patchwork clothing. That sort of seems to be their move here.
Yeah.
This is also the exact same plot of Bloodline on Netflix, everybody. And then she said something sassy, like, okay, or just like a joke.
Yeah.
There's a little too much person. I don't recall this character being all personality like this.
Yeah.
It seems like she's a different person. Like I actually like her in this show. She's just fine in the show. She never jumped out as like
episode.
They never established that she's like Eugene is like the guy who sounds like an ATM machine with a brain, and she sounds like a different person.
She's being playful and goofy. She's basically saying, "No, I didn't mean to cause you guys any scare. I'm sorry. I'll just be on my way if you can point me out the other side."
Yeah, it's just weird.
And they don't do anything. So she says, "Or we could just stay here and keep doing this."
Man, your memory is so much better than mine. Yeah, all of that. Everything James said, everybody. So then we get to another flashback. Look, general trivia. The fishing village, the beach, and the marshes were filmed on Jekyll Island, which is a small island off the coast of Brunswick, Georgia. The island is mostly protected land owned by the state of Georgia. It's popular tourists. Okay, cool. All right, so they fucked up the weekend for a bunch of tourists.
So this is Tara and Heath.
Tara and Heath checking out this bridge. There's obviously some sort of encampment going on there. They're you got to debate how you're going to cross this bridge here. Is this trouble?
So Heath actually does something that's a little bit smart when he gets down. He throws a bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Because he wants to make sure if there's a walker there that's going to hear it, they're going to come and approach them so they don't get ambushed by all the blind spots down there.
Totally smart. James, you'd be a great guy to have during the apocalypse. Me?
I would always have bottles on.
I'm good for the pre-apocalypse because I'm good at driving and like stuff like, finding McDonald's. So there they go. They're walking up. The bottle didn't seem to arouse anybody or any creature of the night. So they proceed and look around. But of course, she comes upon something very enticing. A heavy bag.
Buried in a massive mound of kitty litter.
Kitty litter. There's something going on with this here. Maybe we can back up and see yeah, you can see the dump trucks here.
Yeah, it's somewhat visible.
Kind of hard to, I guess they were building a big berm. Maybe, I mean, zombies didn't drive these trucks up there, I'm saying.
Yeah.
So obviously somebody was trying to do something with the sand. Maybe they were sandcastle enthusiasts. And that's a thing, that's a weird, fucked up people on this planet. They're among the least troublesome.
Right, so get ready for dumbness.
So this is where it's like jumping the shark moment or something, where like the season officially becomes the worst, dumbest thing I've ever seen. That's a little hyperbolic there, but she grabs the bag, she gives it a yank. She's like, hey, it might be something good in there, and so she just pulls. She pulls, and she gives it another tug, and he starts kicking around and sees all these bullet casings. That's obviously bad, means there was some sort of fight. There's even different sizes. That's a big one. Those are little ones, kind of like when you step on a pile of minnows. And, he's like, in the moment, he tries to stop her, sort of, but why does that make her stop? Like, why would the bullets be like,
yeah,
I mean, the bullets would be like, oh, this is some fucked up shit happened here. But
yeah, it's like, hey, there might be some guns buried in here we could look for.
Yeah.
Or there might be some supplies. This is a good thing.
Yeah, and you're in a world of violence. Of course there's going to be, like, you're going to find evidence of it. I mean, maybe slow down, I guess. Like, okay, it's not the craziest thing. But anyway, so she pulls, she really gives it a big tug, and it just completely collapses into a CGI pile.
Yeah.
And I just was tapping on the button there, and uh-oh, of course, guess what was in there, James?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! First of all, no zombies yet because they haven't animated them, and then this part goes down. This top part of the sand pile also gets smaller and falls. That's just bad physics. There's a hubcap over here that'll come into play a little bit later, right?
I will not stand for this.
James, you can call me later. I don't know. Sorry. And of course, it's a zombie-filled cat food pile. I mean, cat litter. Hermit. Yeah. Just like those spiders that have the trap door. I love those. Those are some of my favorite spiders. And this guy goes,
That's exactly how I feel if I don't have a Coke in like an hour.
Yeah. That's a little dry mouth. He smoked a little too much pot. He's got a little cotton mouth going on there. And it sucks. And so all of a sudden, zombies are everywhere. Fucking everywhere. So not just from the sand. All of a sudden, they're even behind them.
Right. Those are the famous teleporting zombies. But not only were they not rustling, not only were they not making sound,
let's go back to the pile.
Don't you think that they would have, eventually crawled their way out? I get that sand is heavy, but still.
Sand is heavy, and also not a single finger poking out, not a toe, not a zombie dick, not a head, not a body, nothing, not a butt.
So were people escaping from the settlement like, oh no, they're attacking, I better dump sand on them? Was that what went down?
I suppose that's
I'm assuming they didn't burrow in there themselves.
And it's 2 trucks at least, so there's this one, so what? That's a it's a coordinated move where hey, let's get the zombies to lay down and hold still while we line up the trucks.
And I was about to say it, and it seems weird that there aren't any dead zombies around, but I guess they could have just thrown those over the bridge and had them float away. So
okay, plausible.
There's some plausibility.
Maybe. There. Yeah, sure. But it was just so weird.
Yeah,
it just didn't make any sense because I don't know. Like why not find one that's laying on and they're like, oh good, he's dead. And then they dig and then all of a sudden there's a couple more or something.
Yeah, and then they fall down and they start fighting them as though they've never fought walkers before. Yeah. It's like, this is the brand. Oh no, my legs are mildly encased in sand. Whatever shall I do?
Look at her. She's buried. She's a total, This is the scene from Poltergeist in the pool or whatever. And they're dragging him and clawing at him. And it's like, luckily he did have his gun. Didn't get any sand in it. And he shoots him and he gets him. Okay, fine. So they start fighting him off. And it's just absurd. This guy's got her leg. She's, the bag is fully released, I guess. I don't know. I guess that would make sense. And so, I don't know. The whole sequence was just kooky. Look, this is like Goonies. Doesn't it look like they should be wrestling with that Corey Feldman guy or whatever when he was a boy? Kick, punch, smush, smush.
More like kick.
Oh yeah, no punching. Kick, no punching. And she's dragging back, and then she gets out a gun, and this guy's already fully emerged or just everywhere. And she takes him out. There's even zombies behind him. Where do these guys come from?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's implied that they were coming from within that tinted area back there.
No, not really, because he stepped off this railing. It's like they had to walk along the bridge. I don't think that's
crawled up over the side of the bridge.
I don't know. It just didn't make any sense. It's so kooky.
It was very.
It just felt.
It was very deliberately done for the scene, but doesn't make a whole lot of logical sense.
Yeah, just it's
because if they were not in the sand to begin with, don't you think the bottle would have caused him to shuffle out or make sound or do something?
Right. Something. I mean, yeah.
It's all too convenient.
It's all very. It's like they're running out of ways to just have a zombie come around a corner.
Yeah.
Or slowly approach. so they have to invent new mechanisms to have a bunch of zombies suddenly appear.
It could just be a zombie spawn point.
Yeah. Like I would have done a hot air balloon, and it would have been still hovering. And they would have gone up, and she would have like futzed with it a little bit, and then the bottom of the hot air balloon would have come up because it was a blood. Blood is kind of acidic. I'm just making that up, but it's probably not pH 7 or whatever. And then it falls straight down, and then all of a sudden there's 14 zombies that were all in the hot air balloon. You could come up with better ways than this.
Yeah.
My idea is not that good. I acknowledge that. This guy's still wearing boots. Good for him.
He's got sand all in him now.
Yeah, that's
nothing worse than that.
Yeah, so these guys are just, and they're all bald. I mean, I know zombies kind of, their hair gets all fucked up, but like they're all kind of like the same sort of pattern of bald guy. Is that something to do with the sand?
No, I think, I mean, I've mentioned this a couple of times before.
Oh, there's not a bald one. That's the guy from Grizzly Man.
Yeah, but I did watch a documentary years and years and years ago about corpse farms. Are you familiar with those?
Ooh.
Basically, people who donate their bodies to science and they leave the bodies out in the woods to let nature naturally decompose them so they can better study them and so forth.
Yeah.
And one of the first things that typically happens is that the scalp hair or the scalp detaches and sloughs off. I think slough was the word that they used in the documentary.
Slough.
Yeah.
Slough, yeah.
So it's not unusual to find a big mass of hair around where a body is decomposed.
Okay, but this is their skin is still on their heads as far as that goes.
Yeah,
but I hear you.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly done for convenience.
No, I get it. I get it.
But it's noticeable.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that there's some bald ones. It's just that they're all like the same one. They all we'll see more later. So anyway, they get separated. Like this guy has to run or something.
Right, because she can't stand up because she's got a little bit of sand on her legs.
Yeah, I don't know. This is just, and she's fighting this guy. And the whole thing was just implausible and poorly done. So let's keep pushing.
Anyone who survived as long as she has in this post-apocalyptic zombie land, I would think would be smart enough to be able to handle a couple of zombies.
This is like watching your dad try to juggle fire.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's supposed to make sense. So she okay, now we're back to her, and she's been captive. So
this is the present, and we took our glasses off for the shot.
Yeah, this is sometimes the stream goes into SD or shitty quality, way less than SD actually, and so we lose the HD thing come in. So whatever, that's fine. We'll all survive. And there's some ladies. Oh look, we got some names here: Nicole and Brianna.
So the
Deborah May, Natania.
Yes.
Nathan Ia.
Good to know.
If my name was Nathan, I would name my country Nathan.
Yeah. So this is the part where they're basically pressing her for information.
Yeah, and she's giving her.
Yeah. So she says, like, what were you doing here? How did you come here? She says that she was lost, separated from her friend, and she weaves this lie saying that, oh yeah, I was traveling. We were working on a fishing boat.
Yeah.
And they kind of.
Well, that's also during the.
Well, no, initially during the interrogation that comes up. We skip a bunch of stuff to get to the next screenshot.
Yeah.
But she says, what were you working on? A trolley, a shrimp boat, a larder? And she goes, oh, yeah, that last one.
Yeah.
And anyone who knows
great liar.
About boats, I know a little bit about boats, but I know a larder is not a boat. It's a room where you store meat.
Okay. I'm going to say 2 words, and you're going to tell me if it's a boat or not.
Okay.
Sloop.
No boat I've ever heard of. Schooner. That's a
yes.
Dinghy.
SCH.
Yes.
Sloop. What's a sloop?
I do not know.
What do you call the boat? The dinghy is the rowboat that's on the yacht, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. See, James, your story checks out.
Yeah.
Well done. All right, so they're having dinner. Now it's like food time, and they're just kind of planning things out. They're sort of talking about their situation. But they tell her she can't leave, right?
Yeah, they say that we can't let you go. And they even say, like, normally at this point, we would have killed you already because we don't allow people to come into our encampment for pure safety reasons. Right. We're surviving here on our own. So basically telling her that she can't leave. They usually shoot people on sight at this point, so she really is kind of lucky that she's still alive in this respect. But they see that she's a good fighter. They believe, well, I don't know if they really believed her story. I don't think they did. But they said that, you know what, we'll go back, we'll get your friend, we'll help you find him. We know where the bridge is, where it happened. He can come and join our community, and everything will be fine. You won't be losing anything because you're kind of a drifter already from what you've told us.
And you get the sense that they're like they're tough, they're survivors.
Yeah. And this is where she basically says, well, you said we can get our friend back, my friend back, who she's already said is a dude. She goes, forgive me for asking this, but you guys are all women.
Yeah.
you would accept a man into your community. And that's where she learns that they're not a community of women by choice. It's that all the men and any of the boys under, I think over 10, I think it was, were killed by another group.
Does she learn those details in this scene, or does that? I know that comes up later for sure.
I think it's somewhere along the dinner scene here.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, maybe you're right. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so that's how that goes down. So she learns they're learning about each other. They're awfully kind to feed her, and
yeah, they've taken a liking to her. They're offering her a permanent residence with them.
Yeah, yeah, and in a room with only candles, they certainly have a little light on the table.
Yeah, that is true.
Little movie magic there, guys. So anyway, so they agree to give her an escort back to try to find her friend.
Yes,
right?
they're going after
Heath.
trying to find Heath.
And this whole sequence was also annoyingly stupid for some reason. So they're kind of in a cheery mood, like she's like smiling, and I don't know, everything just seemed off. It just looked like the B team took over the show or something.
Yeah, and actually part of the reason that they had taken a liking to her is because Cindy she says it's her granddaughter, I think it was, who was the girl that saved Tara twice.
Yeah.
And the girl that she hit with the butt of the rifle is the one standing right next to her.
It's her right here.
Yeah, and she was saying, like, you could have killed her, but you didn't.
And she's all healed up, too.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's got a purple smudge. Yeah, so she walks off. They team up. She's just sort of casual. I don't know. The whole thing just had this odd vibe. And then she comes up into these kids. I took some screenshots. This is the little girl here. I don't know if I got... Yeah, the little girl spits. Damn it. I was hoping for a globule. And she says, like, bye, Rachel, or whatever the fuck her name is. And she walks by. That's where she says it. And she turns and they're glaring at each other. It's like, of course, why would you be mean to a little kid? She's just a little wacko girl you just met.
Maybe she heard her on the beach where she was going to stab her through the head. Maybe she was awake at that point and she was going to grab the stick or something and have to defend herself.
Nonsense. I hear you, but... They're all survivors. They're all in this wacky world. It's not. You're not gonna hold. I mean, I can see holding a grudge, but she's a little kid, and they fed you and clothed you. It's like you would try to make amends. I'm just saying, like turning around and flicking off a little kid is out of character for this person. It's not the way she would have behaved. Except in this episode, she's like a different person. Anyway, enough of that. Do you agree, or do you want to?
Yeah, no. I agree with you.
All right, thanks, James. Here's $5. So then she turns around and they walk off, and it's all fine, and they're walking through the woods, and they don't, it's this usual shit. Step, crunch, crunch, crunch. Ooh, James, what do we see? We see just a rawr, zombie. Get down, hurry! Oh no, we're in danger. So they look up. Of course, it is a zombie, which are like the deer of the apocalypse.
And Tara volunteers to go dispatch.
Yeah, for some reason this was weird. She that's a knife right there. She pulls up. This lady holds up this knife, and then Tara's like, "Oh, I'll do it." And it's like, was she threatening her? Why did that make her? But she's taking an opportunity to do something that made me go, "Come on, no more."
Well, I mean, she's aware of one thing that's really important is that the range of the guns that all the women in this village use are only about 10 feet.
Yeah, they're accurate to within 2 inches.
Yeah.
So she comes out. Look at this. She got all stuck and everything. This is the girlfriend of the tree guy from Lord of the Rings, or from Game of Thrones.
I mean, that could just be my mom trying to get the mail.
Yeah. Waiting for cigarettes cheaper to open. Sorry, I don't know if your mom even smokes or not.
She's like a chimney.
Yeah. Mine smokes like a smokestack.
Yay.
Wow, we really are children of people who are susceptible to advertising. So anyway, yeah, she's got some nice eyes though. They're pretty good for zombies. She's a decent complexion and whatever. I wish there was like bugs crawling out. Like, bleh. Anyway, so she goes, Tara gives her a look and goes, oh, okay, and she raises it up. She's ready to kill her, and I don't know why she's hesitating so much. But then we realize, yoink. Yoink. She runs off. She just takes off. She just runs. Like, what the fuck? And immediately the zombie's head blows up. There she goes running.
Yeah, fully knowing that these people know that she knows the location, has already established that they cannot let her go, are armed, know the terrain, know the area much better than she does. What is she thinking?
It's nuts. It's all just kooky. It's all just wacky-doo. And so, yeah, they shoot right away, and she runs, and of course she gets out. So, yeah, look at her. They're shooting her. Like, she's got a pretty clear shot at her. I'm not even that annoyed that they missed her. I mean although right away it was a little bit weird. It's just more the decision to just run off.
Yeah, the episode would not have made any less sense had she gone into slow motion and Neo dodged the bullet.
That's right, yeah.
Just lean backwards.
Like, you camp out. You wait till they fall asleep. You sneak off at night or something like that. Or you throw a rock and you go, hey, look, an elephant.
Yeah, it was almost like they're like, oh, we need to get her out of there fast. We need to progress it along. Let's just have her do something that's completely stupid.
Really kooky, really kooky. So there's a chase. Oh, look, general trivia. Deborah May, who plays Natanya, that's the older lady there, leader of the seemingly female-only colony of survivors, had a similar role in this episode Star Trek Voyager Favorite Son, where she portrays the leader of an entire planet, but also apparently consisting of nothing but females. I actually recall that episode. The women, they bang sticks on the ground and they try to fuck Ensign Harry Kim.
Talk about typecast.
They get shit on their face. Yeah, no kidding. And then that turns out there's a man. They eat the man. He turns into a blood. You know, they drain him of all his fluids, which is can be fun if you're with the right lady, James. You know what I'm saying? But not that episode. Anyway, I'm a big Voyager fan, in case you can't tell.
Yeah, so she trips. She trips, falls down a hill.
Yes,
and she's down there shivering in fear because clearly they wouldn't have heard a large woman sliding down an embankment.
Yeah. Also lucky she didn't stab herself with a knife. But then she gets up, and of course the lady catches up to her, and then they have this little standoff. And we learn. This is where I thought that she explained that they took the 10. All the boys under 10, over 10. Give us all your boys under 10. Everybody above 10, you're good.
Oh, well, okay. At the dinner party, not party, they mentioned that all the men were killed.
Right.
She elaborates on it a little bit more and says that they lined up all the men, the boys under 10, because this is the part where Tara finds out that it was the saviors that did this to them.
Yes.
And
the
extent of the cruelty, and she's like, it's okay, we killed them, they're gone. And she was like, no, you fool, what you took out was just an outpost, one of many outposts. And if your friends have already kicked that hornet's nest, then they're most likely already dead right now.
Yeah.
So you have nothing to go back to.
We're in big trouble.
Yeah.
And that's what she says. And that's why I have great teeth. Look how clean these beauties are, huh? And she goes, you can't leave here. No, I won't let you. But I do like that she has the upgraded scope sight, whatever that is. It's like a good, that's not the gun sight you start out with in Destiny, is it, James?
No, but it does give a little bit of insight as to why they would kill anyone who approaches their town, because they cannot risk people finding out where they were, because they said that they were at an older settlement. The saviors came in, they did what they did, and they started doing their whole, now you will provide for us. They took what they could get, what they could scavenge from their settlement, and they left.
Right.
So the saviors don't know where they are right now, and they want to keep it that way.
And they have every incentive since they've lost half their people.
Yeah.
Too. So, yeah, I get it. Of course, then Cindy, I don't understand her motivations. It's
she
so
comes
weird.
up and gives her a massive wedgie.
Yeah, she pulls her wedgie up. She lifts up her hands over her forehead and wraps it around the bottom of her nose, and she says, sniff it.
Yeah.
Fruit of the womb.
So this is about, the third time that Cindy has saved Tara?
Yeah, Cindy the first time, and then, you're right. Yeah, third time. Yeah. So Cindy, I didn't get, I don't quite get it all. Maybe Cindy just wants to get out or something, but so she knocks her over, and then that's this motion blur there. And I don't go, get out of here, save yourself. It's really weird. I don't really quite get it. So she does. She goes and gets out of here. She runs off with her patchwork quilt that looks just like it was made for a TV show. That's not actually something that would be produced. But hey, what do I know? What the fuck am I? Who am I on that? So she catches up to her though. Cindy follows her, and she's out of breath, and she's like, "Oh shit, I'm fucking tired." And what else did they say, James? I don't know.
Well, basically, she just agrees to help her.
Okay.
To lead her back to the bridge to try and help her friend, and she's going to let her go, and that everything's going to be fine.
Yes. So the bridge is completely different. Right?
Yeah, cars are in a very nice, orderly pattern.
Is this what it looked? Maybe this is the others. Maybe they crossed.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's
but it doesn't look like that's long enough. I mean, it's pretty long. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the dump truck back there, so you know that tent that the other zombies emerged from is the back of that green area.
Okay, fine.
So it kind of makes a little bit of sense.
So they put up these. Okay, I get it. So there is. Okay, all right, fair enough. It's not just like a magic different bridge.
Yeah.
By the way, build a raft. All right, come on.
Yeah. So this is probably the dumbest scene of the entire episode.
Okay.
Well, first of all, if you go to the next one right here, we both made the same comment when we watched this. That would not kill a walker.
Yeah. Right through the neck. What's she doing? Trying to shut him up? Killing his voice box? No, you got to stab him in the fucking brain. Didn't you watch the CDC episode? Cindy. I mean, Tara. Grow up.
Yeah, so basically the plan is that Tara is gonna run through the crowd like a bumbling moron, and Cindy is gonna cover her with the gun.
Not so fast, my friend, because what happens? Zombies in the car. Of course, why would they check the open window of the car she's standing next to? Stand that close to it.
They've only used that gag about 400 times.
I know. I want Rick to fight a little tiny girl, like at the beginning of the very first episode. Except he beats her up. I don't know why I shouldn't be laughing about that. It's a zombie. It's a zombie. You can beat up zombies. It's okay. It's allowed. And so anyway, yeah, shot inside the camera, inside the car, boom, can't take that. And so I do actually kind of like her spear that it's a chisel.
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of cool. And so, they fight. And then all of a sudden, the bald brigade notices what something's up. And so look, there's one with hair. Okay, that's cool. But they're, and okay, fine. They're all.
So, yeah, we were talking about this during the episode, is that the obvious solution is that you get high ground. You get on top of a car.
Uh-huh.
You have a perfect shot of their heads. You've got a long range spear chisel type thing. You pop them in the head, they fall. Next one comes up, you pop them in the head.
Yeah, you let them come to you.
Yeah, you do it about, 20, 30 minutes.
You maintain an escape route.
Yeah, and you're clear.
Yeah. It wouldn't really be that tough.
No, I mean, yes, that's a lot of walkers, but
these are weak ones. Look at these rib cages.
yeah, I mean, you could easily take them out using the terrain to your advantage.
Right. Although, they do have these bald heads. Maybe it's a glancing blow. Maybe not the hair makes it.
But other than do it the safe way, she would rather just charge into them and just sheepishly push them and shove them.
Well, the first they have to do this they have to parkour over the fucking cars. It's not really, it's just running. But they get up on the cars and they just run on separate things, and it's like, come on.
And I mean, this is why I love the show.
Why would they do this?
It's the only type of show I'll ever see that have cars dirtier than mine.
That's not much longer. LA is gross and dusty, man. I don't know. This is not the answer. But by the way, why did they panic over these two guys? Why did they race towards the crowd? Just like James said, you take your time, you kill these two first, then you back off or you fight. Yeah. And you don't just run past these guys.
Yeah, and furthermore, you take those two guys out, you stay in the middle, you wait for the crowd to come into the cars, and then you just run over the hoods and the path is clear.
Yeah, right.
It's so stupid.
It's like they're in a huge hurry to get. Look, there's a shot to get to the. Look at this guy. Huh?
Aww. Yeah, he thinks it's stupid.
Yeah, he's going
like, what are you doing?
What the fuck? Why would you do that? You're gonna fall. You're gonna hurt yourself. What if he's okay?
He's like, do you even apocalypse, bro?
Yeah, I'll clean your windshield. Okay, do you even apocalypse, bro? That's good. So yeah, they rush to get to the open area and start. And so she goes in there, and she's not like Michonne. She's not a ninja. She's not a tough ass. I mean, she's a fighter. She survived this long. Okay, fine.
And so completely out of character for her. She'd be terrified by this.
Yeah, yeah. And it's because it's not like she's cornered and she's fighting. She's charged in herself. Yeah. We gotta get across the bridge before the toll rate goes up. Ah! Yeah. I mean, but then the girl starts blasting zombie heads right next to her, which is also crazy dangerous. But okay, fine, I'll even allow for that. She's probably a good shot. She's had some practice or whatever. So she starts fighting and pushing, and like this whole shot.
And she actually does reference earlier in the episode at the dinner that she is a good shot.
Oh yeah, okay, that's right. See, there you go. So she's got some skills. Plus, she's lucky to have the van right at the end of the thing. And this is basically what it looks like where people at the funnel cake section of the convenience quickie. What am I thinking of? Amusement parks.
Yes.
So but this whole weird way she's fighting just didn't work for me. The whole thing felt weird and dumb. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. Whatever. I guess it's fine. It's just she just kills these crypt keepers, and he's like blah, blah. So yeah, she goes, whoa! That was when a bullet hit. Oh yeah, look right there. That's the bullet shot.
Whizzes by her and hits the.
Yeah, nails it. So he turns into some dusty face, and oh, look at that guy, poor fellow. That's not even a zombie. That's just a dude.
Kind of looks like Elvis a little bit.
Really? Elvis?
The lip going up.
Hey, baby, brains. Hey, look at this guy. He's like, I'll do your accounting. My hair stuck around. It's pretty good. Yeah.
So she runs out of bullets very quickly.
Just click. Oh shit, I'm out of bullets. Crap. And so one final hit. Oh, it really split him up there, huh? Sounds like a real side splitter. And then forehead splitter. Come on. And down the zombie goes, and completely clear, wide open. Why would there be anybody fucking there? Okay, so that's the pilot stand. She rebuilds the pilot stand.
And that's what the scene would have looked like had they just stayed on top of the cars for an extra 3 minutes.
Yeah, and just drawn the zombies over. The whole thing made no sense. A lot of stuff is a little implausible in the show, but something about where the last couple episodes have gone makes it seem like they're just losing their grip.
Is she just giving a really unenthusiastic thumbs up?
Yeah, either that or half of her is dead. She's closing her one eye. Yeah. You know how you close a dead person's eyes?
Right.
James, if you die and I have to close your eyes, I'm gonna use gloves. I'm not touching your fucking gross skin. Okay, so there they go. She's fine. She's everything's. Oh,
Well,
she searches through the stuff.
This is level 2.
Level 2. she hit a checkpoint
Yeah.
and saved. And so she fishes out some zombie meat out of the and she's looking for her buddy though, pretty much. I mean, she's kind of looking around. Oh, fuck! There he is. She sees him, and even the music.
Yeah.
The music kicks in. It's sad.
Sad.
And he's right there, and she's like, "Oh no!" Oh, so she even hurries her way over, and she beats up a couple zombies on the. One of them she just stabs in the gut, which doesn't kill, and that's him, man. And oh god, he's already well advanced zombie.
Yeah.
And he's also turned into a woman with boobs.
Dress to put on.
And he's wearing a cardigan and a dress.
And she's gone for a long time.
He's finally his real self. No. So this is a weird fake. Like, why do they do this?
Yeah.
Similar hair from behind. I get it.
Don't you
Okay.
think they would have noticed her the first time they were on the bridge? Because she kind of stands out from the rest. She's not covered in sand. She's got hair. She has a distinct look.
A distinct look is what James calls it. You're right. She does stand out
compared to the other people.
Yeah, no, we're not being. Yeah, I know we're not being racist, but like she certainly does stand out among this fucking clown fest back here. Look at all these guys.
You think she just happened upon the scene and just happened to be killed?
Yeah, like if she's like, hey, I'm here to be Mr. Clean. You're not really you're not a bald man. All right, well, here we go. That's fine.
It's such a cheap plant.
Totally. Like it was just like, okay, let's just put a black lady with similar hair that looks like from behind, and maybe it'll be. Yeah. Like, why did they do this?
It wasn't there earlier.
It just didn't. It's peculiar. It's just so. There's. I mean,
it's lazy.
I'm not saying a black woman shouldn't be in this group, which it's just that the storytelling is lazy.
Yeah, we're just saying we did not encounter this character, and the character's appearance is a matter of convenience to fake out the audience.
Yes, and poorly at that.
Yes.
So yeah, totally. It's funny but whatever. Okay. So, all right. So we get it to this band. I don't know what that was. So she's walking across a nice field. That's cute and everything.
Well, we should also mention that
I didn't mention
that she was away from the town for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They had driven a long way out, so we can safely assume that they are a long way away from home. And yet we're going to believe that she
that they're at the ocean. They're at the ocean.
Yeah.
It's like we don't know but they're deep inland somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, right. Well, James, when you have an open field, it's easy to travel. Come on. Haven't you seen The Martian? I don't know what it is. And so this is a real cute. I just love this scene. I love it. She finds a sunglass store. It's sort of a fun little shop, little touristy shoppy shop. And I don't know, something's going on there or whatever. And then guess what?
I think that's right where she finds the bobblehead of a doctor.
Oh, yeah.
And she picks it up because she wants to bring a gift home for Denise, her girlfriend, who is serving as the town doctor.
Yeah, her girlfriend's the doctor. Bring her little bobblehead doctor. It's a nice little moment. They were out of doctor shot glasses. Mm-hmm. So, but of course, she's walking up the bridge or over the road, and she's wearing some fun sunglasses. Oh, it's just, I don't know. Why did this irritate me so much, James? Yes. Why the fuck was this annoying? I can't describe it, but I just hated this shot.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't crazy about it, but I kind of understand why they did it, because
also I would wear weird sunglasses, and I get that too. There's just something so stupid about this.
But she was always big about getting gifts for Denise. Remember when she sent Rick and the guys out to get the orange soda because Denise liked that? It's kind of this plays more into who she has been established to be as a character more than the other scenes.
Kind of. I guess I don't know.
There's a precedent.
Her friend is missing. Right?
Yeah.
She knows her town. Like,
I think what we did miss though is that when she went back to the bridge and didn't find him and saw the fake out zombie that kind of looked like him from the back, she went up and found tire tracks that were dug in the groove.
Oh, yeah.
And she found like what looked like an access card that had PPP written on it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not quite sure what the PPP means. I probably overlooking something important. But she says some sort of line saying, "Oh, I want to believe that this is you," because right before the tire track, she saw his glasses on the pavement that were broken.
Oh, yeah.
So she knows that he was there, but she's hoping that he got away. So she's probably expecting that he's already back home.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can't nail it down exactly why this was so irritating. It's just something about the demeanor didn't seem to fit with what's going on. But you're right. Maybe she should assume he's home. So okay, fine. But so then she walks up. She's all smiles. He's finally home. I guess you'd be relieved. You finally get back to your place. You see your friends. You see, and she walks up, and guess what happens? So the smile becomes a frown or whatever, not smile, because she sees An upset man, Eugene.
It's like every time someone opens a door, that's what they see.
Yeah,
He's just standing there.
You see this face. Yeah, this is the world's worst guard dog. And
right, he's got a lot of news to tell her.
Yes.
One, his good friend Abraham is dead.
Number
two, Glenn is dead.
My mullet stinks.
Yes.
It smells like meat.
Number three, they are at the service of the saviors.
And the real reason I'm crying, I got my pee-pee stuck in the fence. I got my pee-pee stuck in the fence, and I couldn't get it out all night. I had to circumcise myself just to get home.
And the last piece, he has to tell her that her girlfriend is dead.
Oh yeah, that's really what it is all about. She's finding out that her lover in love is dead.
It
so
sucks to be the gatekeeper.
The gatekeeper?
Gatekeeper.
Oh. It's like, Jesus, James, coming out a little. Speaking of being out of character, you're right. He's the gatekeeper, so he's got. It sucks to deliver bad news.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever had to tell somebody they're fired?
Sadly, yes.
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
must hurt. I
wanted to get the heck away. This person deserved to be fired
Oh,
a billion times over.
bad. Okay, good. Well, that happens too.
If I wasn't bound by HR, I could tell you stories.
All right, James is bound by HR.
Yeah.
By the way, Bound by HR sequel to the movie Bound, starring Gina Gershwin.
Lifetime original movie, Bound by HR. One woman struggle against HR.
One woman struggle against the chains of
her.
All right, yeah, no, I've never been successful enough to fire anybody, so that's there you go. I have had to kill a muskrat. I had to smash it with a shovel once because it was attacking my neighbor.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, kind of close. So there's the bobblehead. She's got the little bracelet and but that's the Dr. Bobblehead. Yeah, all right, cool. So she's sitting there and she's finally inside. Poor Eugene.
Yeah. And the important thing about this is something we kind of glossed over before, is that she promised Cindy when she was leaving that she will not tell anyone about their settlement. She will not tell her friends. She will not tell her inhabitants of Alexandria, wherever she's from. She'll keep it. She'll take the secret with her to her grave out of respect for protecting them and at their settlement.
Totally.
So Rosita comes up.
Well, hold on. There's two really funny things going on here. I don't know what the hell's this all about. General trivia, Eugene and Heath are the only men on screen in this episode. That's kind of funny,
Yeah, we actually mentioned that.
Yeah, you pointed that out.
That basically, I think I said, it's a crappy episode when the most manly guy you see the entire time is Eugene.
Not that we tune in because we like the manly men, but whatever. Yeah, no.
Can you imagine being one of the extra zombies there reading that going, what am I, chopped liver?
Yeah, none of those zombies are.
Yeah, what are we?
That's funny. What am I, a gonadless creature of mystical undeadness?
There were a lot of dudes there.
There seemed to be mostly dude zombies. But that, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's totally plausible that you think like in war, this happens in our world where the boys and the men get fucking killed and women are left behind. There's often like a couple of guys around or some old dudes or some shit, but like people do that. They go in and they kill the guys. They pick the able-bodied men. But so it's sort of plausible that it's there'd just be like a group of women, a collective of women only.
Yeah, but why would they phrase it this way? They said they took all the men and all the boys over 10 and killed them. Well, there's no more boys here, so are you implying that there were no boys that were under 10?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Because if that's the case, why not just leave out that little detail and say they took all the men, all the boys?
All the boys and the men?
Or did they have some other boys who were younger who happened to,
maybe they
killed later on?
Well, they have the little hut where they hide the guns. Maybe they have another hut where they hide the boys. Who knows?
I hope they have a Pizza Hut, too.
A Pizza Hut, my favorite of all the huts. Like that and Pizza the Hut.
And a Sunglasses Hut.
A Sunglasses Hut. And a hut hike.
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt. And a good old Department of HUD.
I think we're out of huts.
You want a hut? Put your arms around me. Let's hut.
Hut.
I already did that one. All right. Hut hike.
Oh, got it.
Hike. So, come on. Be manly. Oh, so the other thing that's fucked up is everything's fucked right here. And this must be the music. I'm sure this is just the band.
Oh, I did not even notice that.
It'd be weird if this is just some random crazy thing.
I think that was a message from the writer's room for this episode.
Yes. Yeah, everything's fucked. Dirty 3. That's their version of pooping on their middle finger. I don't know what that means. Okay, so yeah, Rosita is kind of been infected by the bloodlust. She is out for vengeance.
Yeah, well, actually, she knows that the situation with the Saviors is a non-sustainable situation.
Right.
She knows they don't have guns. She knows they're outnumbered. She doesn't want to be there anymore because she knows it's not going to end well.
Yeah.
So if they can't fight back, if she can't convince people to fight back, she wants to go somewhere where it's safe.
Yes.
Someplace else. And she's pressing Tara for this. She goes, in your time out there, did you see anything, any semblance of another group, another civilization, anyone we can reach out to help, anyone we can flee to save ourselves from this? And being true to her promise to Cindy, she says, no, I didn't see anything out there like that.
Yeah. So she held true to her word.
Mhm.
You know, I don't think she had any anime. I mean, like, well, okay, I'm just thinking through what would she say if she didn't be true. She said, yeah, I found these chicks. They got a whole bunch of guns and they're probably susceptible.
Yeah.
We could probably take them if we sneak in there and fuck them up. But that, like, and she would have reason to do that because they tried to kill her. They tried to,
Mhm.
you know, she didn't seem to ever really take to them or trust them. But I think Cindy bought her that goodwill because
Yeah.
Cindy because Cindy got dragged back by the other girls.
Yeah.
I don't understand the Cindy thing in the whole episode.
Yeah,
What the fuck was she? She didn't try to escape with her.
No.
She wasn't like, let me come with you. She was like, oh, I'll help you leave, and then I'll go get my ass kicked.
She's
Because
kind of a liability for the whole group.
giant liability.
Yeah, because I mean, she didn't know who Tara was. She didn't know what her motives were. She trusted her, even though they exposed her as being a liar.
Right.
At dinners, they say, "Oh, you don't think about the boat that you said you were from. A larder actually isn't a boat." And she immediately said, "Oh yeah, that's right. I was lying."
Isn't a larder a type of container, like a hopper? I have no idea.
No.
Let us know in the comments, everybody. What's a larder?
I think a larder is a place you store meat, because if you play Diablo 3, there's a boss who is in the larder, and he's a big fat dude that shoots his guts all over the place.
Oh, well,
and there's meat hanging and corpses hanging. But
so it's a meat something.
He's not called. There is a boss called the Butcher. He's not the Butcher. I forget. It's been so long since I played that.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna hold you to it. All right. Well, we'll figure. Well, lard is like a fat animal fat term, so maybe there's something to do with. Oh, it's probably like a big gross table where you cut fat off whales and stuff.
But what does she not ask when she gets back to
town? What happened to Rick? Where's all the food?
Hey, is Heath happen to be here?
Heath? Who's Heath? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sure.
What? Where am I?
Why is it sunny? Yes. You're right. Well, maybe they did. Maybe they didn't show that. But do you think she'd be like, "What about Heath?" Well, they did tell her girlfriend died, so that's overwhelming.
You think he fell off a cliff?
Heathcliff. Ha ha ha. Good one. Maybe he had a Heath bar. Maybe his Heath is low. Maybe he hung a Heath on his door. Christmas Heath. Yeah, all right. Well, I don't know what else to say. What do you think, James? Good episode, bad episode?
I would probably. Is there a word that's stronger than bad?
Horrible.
Yes, I'll go with that.
All right, horrible episode. Yeah, it was just a peculiar episode. It just didn't seem. They could have done fine with like a kind of a built around her. It's not about her. It's just that this didn't seem like a character we've seen before.
Yeah, my personal opinion about episodes like this is that if you want to do something successfully, you don't take a side story and spend an entire episode on it. You switch back and forth. You tell multiple narratives in the span of one episode so people don't get overly bored or overly consumed by one particular narrative.
Yes.
And this one was not interesting from the beginning. By the middle, it was still not interesting. And by the end, I was thinking, hit me credits.
Yeah.
Come on, credits.
And it didn't even escalate the stakes like as if she needed to get back to town because they were depending on her.
Yeah.
Or like it was related to something Carl or Rick or Enid was up to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like she was like there was a stakes. It was, of course, she has her own stakes. She needs to get home or needs to whatever else, and she's outside the group, so or she doesn't know what the status is.
Yeah.
But,
the only plot progression here is that now she's back in town. Heath is missing. And she alone, and Heath doesn't know, but she alone knows there's another settlement out in the woods somewhere.
Yeah. I do think those guns are going to come into play, though.
Yeah.
I feel like that's their... maybe not. I don't know. They went out of their way to make sure that it is clear they had shit tons of guns.
I just feel like they could have accomplished the same thing in a much shorter period of time in this episode, and yet still shown us more of other things that we might be more interested in.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you think it's going to get discovered? I think Cindy's going to show up.
Yeah, I think we haven't seen the last of her yet. She seemed to be an important character.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, look, James and I, we did it again. We were only going to do 15 minutes. We did like a fucking hour or something.
Isn't her name Cindy Larder? She sings that Goonie song.
Yeah. It's called "Girls Just Want to Have Guns."
Yeah, hey, that was
boom,
really good.
Full circle. All right, well, everybody, there you go. Thanks for finding our channel. If you're new to us, check us out. We do this for Westworld season 1, Game of Thrones season 7. We wish we could do all the games. We want to do all the Game of Thrones tonight, James.
Let's do all. Yeah.
Starting with season 1, episode 1. We play.
You're gonna animate the whole thing.
I'll animate everything. I'm not animating these. I'm fucking tired of the animation shit. That adds so much hours, and we're running out of time as it is. So sorry. I will for the finale.
We should just like build mascot costumes that look like that and just dance and probably
Get arrested.
just be his muffled sound and can't breathe in there.
Who teeth? So there you go, guys. Check us out. Check out the rest of our shit. Look in the description for links and stuff. Oh, follow James on Twitter. It's a big deal.
I'm gonna learn how to use it right now.
I've been including your thing in the handle. So
I will.
We'll just update the avatar. So
I will do that because I'm going on vacation and I'll have nothing to do because I'll be in the middle of Virginia doing nothing.
Yeah.
So I'll have time to learn it.
Twitter is like everything else on the internet. It's either horrible, but you do have control over how bad it is. You can go and you can follow some video game stuff.
I just can't wrap my head around the fact that the pound sign, the number sign, is called a hashtag now. What has happened?
A hash is a hash. A hash is like a threat, like a lattice of lines. That's a hash.
Yeah, where I come from, that's the number sign.
Pound. Same here. Guess what else where I come from? We have multiple words for stuff. It's called the English language.
That's too fancy for my.
It's called the English word list. Okay. Buckface.
I knew that was coming.
That's also what we have.
Whenever there's a pause,
Yeah,
it usually turns into that.
I didn't say the F word.
But usually,
I said the other version of it. Okay, duckface.
Yeah.
Ooh. Sorry, we're going on way too long. Bye, guys.
We did keep it at 15 minutes, right?
That was 15 minutes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, totally. Bye. All right, we're good.